Right, so it's Dan on My James Rock Show, and I'm joined with Brock from 36 Crazyfists. How's it going, chap?
I'm good, man. Thanks.
So it's the first night for you guys over here. You excited, psyched, all that sort of stuff?
Oh yeah, definitely excited. We have been watching the clock tick slowly for weeks, waiting to get on the plane. So tonight's first night. I don't think we've ever played in Plymouth before.
Okay.
So that's cool as well. We definitely have never been here in this venue, so. But the UK is a very special place for us, so we're excited for sure.
Okay, so apart from wedding, what have you guys been up to recently for those guys who haven't been sort of keeping up with you, if you know what I mean?
Well, let's see. We toured the States in November till right around Christmas, and then we just kind of been off since the New Year. So basically our record comes out over here on February 16th, so this is kind of the cycle kickoff really for us.
Okay, excellent. So I imagine you'll be playing a few off the new record tonight for...
Yeah, we play about 3 or 4, I think, and actually the 3 of the 4 have already been released through iTunes, so some people have them.
I'm hoping for a bit of a sing-along to those.
Well, it's always been a special thing over here. I think that must come from the football culture or something, but the people know lyrics well over here and good singing voices.
Excellent. As I got sort of thrown this at the last minute because the main guy is there, I've got a few questions from Facebook that people around here wanted me to ask you. First one is, do you have any collaborations that you would like to do or have planned for the future?
None that I've planned for the future, but definitely there's many people I'd love to do something with. Jesse from Killswitch and I kick around the idea of doing a blues record for many years now, so
that's amazing.
That would be really fun, something to do. I think I need to brush up on my acoustic playing skills a little bit better, but if we're talking dreams, I mean, Hetfield would be sweet, and Chino from the Deftones would be sweet. Actually, one of my favorite bands of all time is The Cult. Something with Ian Astbury would be pretty cool.
Excellent. That's a fantastic answer, to be fair. Let's see. Would you, I got, which song would you record if you were given the chance? Or is it none at all, you're happy with the way they are?
Re-record?
Re-record, yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah, there was this really cool song that we had called Godline on our very first tape back in 1995. And I always thought the music was super cool for that. Lyrically, it's awful. But it's a young man's lyrics. But yeah, I would redo Godline. I always thought that was a cool song off of our first tape.
Okay, cool.
Kids might be going, what's a tape?
Probably, yeah. Okay, so I've been asked to ask you how you feel about a member leaving to pursue a love of art and how you're finding replacing said member.
Well, totally understood. He was unhappy for many years touring. So he just, touring it sounds great on paper, and then you really get into it, and some records you tour for 18 months straight pretty much, and you want to jump off a building, and no, I mean, it's a grind, and something that I'm very grateful to be able to do, but I totally understood where he was coming from, and he just really was over it. He was in the band for 18 years, and so anyway, we were fine with him leaving it, but when we got Kyle, who's our new drummer, Thomas, our old drummer, gave us his blessings to have Kyle, because it was kind of important to us, because we all came from the same place in Anchorage, Alaska, and it's a small music community, so getting to tour on a worldly scale has always been super special for our band. So getting Thomas, because it was such a brotherhood, I wasn't sure if we were going to hang him up as well.
Okay.
So once he was like, man, go for it, get Kyle and keep on rolling, then it felt really good to have that. So it was important. And the band is better than ever with Kyle, because I think of the youthfulness and the excitement that he has, because he hasn't been doing this forever like we have. So so it's a win-win for both. And Thomas has got a great art career. He's a tremendous artist. He does pencil art. And so lots of the old fans are supporting him and purchasing his art, so that's awesome.
Has he done any artwork for you guys at all?
He did a couple t-shirts. We play an annual Halloween show called Zombie Fist every year.
Nice.
And he's done 2 or 3 designs for that.
Cool.
I'd like to have more. He's tremendous.
Got some old questions now.
Sure.
They haven't exactly been standard ones anyway, but
I like the non-standard.
Excellent. What's the weirdest place that you've signed someone?
The weirdest place.
Yeah. You had any sort of creepy request to sign something?
I mean, there was the old, sign my chest thing. That wasn't so weird. But I guess the body, arms maybe would be weird. It's always the sweaty kids too, so your marker doesn't even work as soon as you start. We used to have a joke with myself and Adam from 12 Tribes. We used to always joke about these girls would come up and say, will you sign my tits? And we always used to say, you got to dry your titties. So we were always like, dry your titties. And because the marker doesn't work on wet skin anyway. That was our old joke.
Cool. Okay. Best place to poop on tour?
Best place to poop in a nice clean venue. Usually the girls' bathroom because they're a lot more hygienically clean.
So when you get in early, it's straight to the girls' bathroom?
Absolutely.
Amazing. Who's more crazier at the moment? That's from a gentleman called Crazy Doug, so I think it's quite important to him.
In our band?
Yeah.
Still the reigning champ is Steve Holt. He got blasted last night and fell down and like cut his head open, and nobody saw it. Nobody even knows how he did it, and so all day today he's just like gimping around per usual.
It looks like I got one for yourself. Has your vibrato and vocals ever held you back?
Me personally, no, I don't think so. But I think that there's definitely, it's either the reason you love or hate our band.
Okay.
I think a lot of people in the hate department will say they dig the music but can't stand the singing. And I learned to accept that years ago. I think I've embraced it almost because love it or hate it, it is one of the things that makes our sound a little different than the other bands. So I've always been happy that I had something that's a little different, but at times I think, yes, it has held us back because not everyone loved it. So, it is what it is, but 20 years later, I don't really give a shit.
Amazing. So I got the worst question for last. Do Crazyfists do any crazy fisting?
Our fisting days, I think, are over. Well, at least we hope to have retired. I did actually almost get into an altercation yesterday, though. I was crossing the street in London and got hit by a car.
Really?
Yeah. Never been hit by a car before. Almost died last night. It was definitely my fault. I'm not gonna say it wasn't, except for the language that came from the gentleman in the Jaguar. It wasn't that friendly. So anyway, the fisting almost came back out, but we're good.
Amazing. Well, thank you for taking a couple of minutes to speak to us. It's been awesome. Cheers, buddy. Okay, so it's down on the Mike James Rock Show, and I get this fella to introduce himself.